On the edge of the city, an old house stood in darkness. It had broken windows, a rusted gate, and dead trees surrounding it. No one lived there anymore, but many years ago, a happy family did. A father, mother, 2 sons, and a daughter. People said they were kind and cheerful, but one night something terrible happened. The whole family disappeared. That night, neighbors heard horrible screams coming from the house. Some saw dark shadows moving behind the windows, while others heard knocking sounds, as if someone was trying to escape. But when morning came, the house was completely silent. When people finally gathered the courage to open the door, everything inside looked normal. Too normal. The dinner table had warm food, the candles were still burning, and the chairs were pulled back, as if the family had just stood up. But the family was gone. No bodies, no footprints, just an eerie silence. The air smelled strange, like something rotten, and the walls had deep scratches on them, as if someone had clawed at them in terror. After that night, no one dared to go near the house. Anyone who entered never came back. One night, a group of young men decided to prove there was nothing to fear. They joked and laughed as they stepped inside. But within minutes, their laughter turned into screams. People outside saw lights flickering wildly inside the house, heard the sound of glass shattering, and then silence. The next morning, all that remained were bloody handprints on the walls, leading to the basement. The young men were never seen again. Some say their souls were trapped inside, screaming for help, but no one could hear them. Years later, a group of ghost hunters decided to uncover the truth. They brought cameras, flashlights, and weapons. They started recording as they entered the house. As soon as they stepped inside, the door slammed shut behind them. Their flashlights flickered, and the temperature dropped. A foul smell filled the air, like something long dead. Suddenly they heard whispers, soft at first, then growing louder, as if hundreds of voices were speaking at once. One of them screamed as an unseen force dragged him across the floor. Another felt cold fingers wrapping around his neck. The cameras caught glimpses of something moving in the shadows. Tall, twisted figures with hollow eyes, watching them. Then, the screens turned to static. The only thing left was a bloodied message on the floor. The ghost hunters never came out. Their cameras were found outside the house, playing nothing but whispers and faint, chilling laughter. Even today, people hear knocking sounds, children crying, and footsteps coming from the empty house. Some say the missing souls are still inside, waiting for their next victim. Others believe something much worse lives there now, something that can never be stopped. Would you dare to enter?